nation's favourite antiques experts.
Let's get fancy.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
I'm always in turbo.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Hot stuff.
The aim to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners.
Cha-ching!
Oh, my goodness.
And valiant losers.
Bonkers.
Will it be the high road to glory?
You are my ray of sunshine.
Oh, stop it.
Or the slow road to disaster?
Sorry.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. Ready? Let's go. We're on Britain's back roads with Irita Marriott and Mark Hill.
Thank you, kind sir.
Blimey. That one tyre is bigger than our whole car.
No. Our little bathtub, but I like our little beautiful bathtub.
Yes, the trusty 1967 Triumph Herald has served you well.
It's the last leg. This is it.
I'm so sad about that. It has flown by. It really has.
We've had fun, right?
We've had fun. Yes.
And it's not over yet. We still have 2 more days of shopping to do.
Are you feeling under pressure?
I'm feeling under pressure. I am feeling under pressure. I'm having a load of fun, but this is it. It's the last leg, as you say. So it's now or never for me, I'm afraid.
Back when we set off, it looked like Irita was running away with it.
Oh, well done.
But then Mark came roaring back.
Love this.
And after some judicious buys from both experts last time out,
Oh, that is pretty.
they reaped the rewards at auction.
Final warning, I'm selling.
That's all I'm saying.
And now it's almost anyone's game as we approach the final bend of the road trip.
It's your last chance saloon, darling.
Just adding to the pressure, dear, are we? Thank you.
Having both started out with £200, and after 4 trips to the sale room, Mark has topped his piggy up to £419.56p. But after that last auction, Irita is still leading the pack, having banked £568.42 so far.
We've had laughter. We have had tears. Well, I have had tears.
Well, I've had more tears than you. There's one buying day left. I've got to make this work for me.
Our antiques odyssey began in the home counties before heading east, and now we've turned south en route to our final auction in Sevenoaks, Kent.
It's been an amazing trip.
It really, really
And
has.
I'm going to be really sad when it ends.
But you know what? It's out there. I can feel it somewhere in a dusty nook, hidden away at the bottom of a shelf. There it is, my beautiful bargain that will deliver me the success in the final auction.
Oh, I don't want you to discover it. I will find it first.
Go on.
We're not competitive at all, are we?
Race you. Go on.
Today's shopping shenanigans will finish in Long Melford. But first up, we're in Stowmarket, where Mark's being dropped off at Aspal Antiques. Housed in a 3,000 square foot barn, there's a wide selection of unusual treasures for Mark to root through.
Oh, I do love these. Sort of Victorian parlour entertainment in its own right. What we're looking at is a handheld stereoscope. So a stereoscope effectively kind of tricks the eye and tricks the brain. What we have are stereo cards, and there are a couple down here, that have a very similar image but taken slightly apart from each other on a camera. And when you pop the card inside this little holder here, you put your eyes up against it. You put my glasses down there, and you slide this along until 2 images become one, and then, wow, it becomes 3-dimensional. And you start to get a sense of depth to a very, very 2-dimensional photograph. How much? £60. It's right over the top and a bit more in terms of what I'd like to pay for something like that, even though it comes with slides, instant action. But I do like it. I'm going to pop that one here. One to think about.
And And while you do that, we'll check in on your travelling companion. Irita is 13.5 miles away in Levenham. After depositing her pal earlier, she's arrived at Timber's Antiques and Collectibles.
Oh, this looks good. Right, let's go and spend some money.
With dealer Jenny on the till, there are several showrooms for Irita to rummage through, and some choice-looking cabinets too.
I love cabinets that have quirky bits in, and this has plenty to choose from. There's everything from glass to metal to this.
What is it then?
It's a doll's hat. Now, this could be in a better condition. However, it's an early Victorian one, and it's £13. If you have a doll who is missing a hat, I mean, look at the colour. How pretty. Oh, my God, wait. Oh, my goodness, this is so sweet. Oh, look at this. It's a doll's suitcase. They have really gone out of their way to make this doll's suitcase look like a real one. Because, look, it has hotel labels from Paris. So adorable. I have never been into dolls things. I'm not sure what's going on today. That's £18. Should I buy a job lot of dolls items? I'll have to think on that. See whether I find anything else.
We'll leave it to you and head back over to Mark in Stowmarket.
Now that looks interesting. What's it made of? It feels like lead. It is lead. Definitely is lead. What's on the back? So judging by the backboard here and this use of plywood, I think it probably dates from after the Second World War. So it's sort of in the Art Deco style, but I'm guessing sort of 1950s, 60s, maybe even the 70s. It is £135. And it's got some elements of quality. It's nicely modelled. I think I'll pop it back here. Ooh. And go and have a chat with Wendy. These skinny arms might not look strong, but they can manage a lead picture.
You've worked your muscles. Now it's time to work your magic.
Wendy, hello.
Oh, hello, Mark.
Two things in particular that have really caught my eye. The plaque has 135 on it, and then we've got 60 on the stereoscope. So my appalling maths tells me that that's 195. What's the best you can do?
About 110. Is that any good to you?
And I'm really happy with that. 110 it is.
Right,
thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
That's 70 on the lead plaque and 40 on the stereoscopic viewer.
I'm going to pop that there. Thank you so much, Wendy. It's been a great pleasure.
Mark's left with £309. He'll have those items sent on to the auction. Meanwhile, back in Levenham, Irita's still shopping. Steady.
Slowly and steady, because it got a wobbly lid on top. Let's have a look. Condition is everything when it comes to glass. And this is looking good. Now, what makes this better than a classic hand-painted piece of glass? When you got something hand-painted, it is very flat in surface. Enameling is basically using powdered glass to paint something. So all of this has been hand-applied. And because it is powder put on the surface, it feels raised. And it kind of looks a bit 3D-like. It's a lot of glass, a lot of work, and a lot of quality for £38.50.
That's not a bad price. I'd get to the till pronto.
Jenny, hello.
Hi.
In the far room, like right at the end, there's a black glass urn.
That was the one that was
£38.50.
Oh, yeah, 38.50.
Yeah. Is there any manoeuvre on it?
I can do that for 30.
Okay. And then in the other cabinet on the side, there was quite a few dolls things, some hats and bags, and the two that caught my eye the most was a little suitcase, and that was £18, if I'm not wrong, and a hat behind it that was 13, so that's 31.
I can do that for 25.
That's £55 in total then. Pay the lady, Irita.
Thank you.
Great to do business with you.
You were so kind. Thank you, Jenny. See you
Thanks.
later.
Bye-bye.
Irita's left with £513, and with her treasures safely stowed, time to blow this joint.
Good day of shopping. Woohoo!
Meanwhile, Mark has travelled to Horsted and Brook Farm Camp, home to an immersive First World War exhibition. Our most sartorial-minded expert has come to meet historian Dr. Viv Newman to learn how the Great War changed not just women's fashion, but also their function in society.
Viv, hello. This is an incredible venue. I feel like I've stepped back in time.
Isn't it just amazing? I mean, you would not believe that in the Suffolk countryside, you've almost got a complete replica of so many of the aspects of the Great War. Let's go and have a look and see.
In 1914, Britain was a global superpower, but despite its wealth, not all its citizens were equal. Women couldn't vote and had no career opportunities beyond domestic work or a good marriage. However, the outbreak of war was about to change everything.
So what do you think? Will I pass muster?
You look amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very smart, as a second lieutenant ready to go off to war. I'm sure you're very excited.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. But if I've gone to war, what happened to the job I used to do?
This is the big question, because once men go off to war, women step into every other role.
So what sort of jobs did they undertake?
Well, everything apart from bearing arms in His Majesty's army. So they were agricultural workers, postal workers, bus drivers, conductresses. There were even women who acted as in the fire brigade.
So I have a uniform, and my colleagues would have had a uniform, but did the women have a uniform for home?
The women originally had to create their own uniforms. Some of them, many of them actually created their own jobs and tasks as well. But they created uniforms that would show that they too were involved in this massive war effort, that they too were on national service.
Women's fashions were already evolving by 1914, but the move to more practical wartime clothing accelerated the pace of change. As women dressed for new roles, gender-dictated dress codes relaxed. Skirts became shorter, trousers were normalised, and a military look crept into fashion designs.
So these are trousers for women.
There were breeches.
So these are they.
These are they, and if you can believe it, they caused outrage amongst the general public. In fact, there was even a woman an elderly woman in a village in Essex who wrote that she had to lie down on her bed for the afternoon, having caught a glimpse of a woman wearing breeches.
By 1918, it was clear that women were just as capable as men. By the time the armistice was declared and soldiers began to return, women over 30 had been given the vote for the first time.
Perhaps an interesting thought to leave you with is that in the very end of the war, in November 1918, Lloyd George actually commented that without the women of this country and the part that they had played in the war, victory would have been impossible. So a woman's patriotism was such that it was the women of the country who had done so much to lead us to victory in November 1918.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lovely talking to you.
The influence of World War I on women's clothing symbolises so much more than just fashion, but a huge leap forward in equal rights. Now let's catch up with Irita and the trusty Herald.
I'm on it today. I have to say, though, I bought all of them with my heart and not really with my head. So I think I got some work cut out for me. I'm really going to have to concentrate in the next shop.
She's making her way to Long Melford, A picturesque and quintessentially English village, it's home to the Long Melford Antique Centre.
3 floors? Wowzers! Oh my goodness me.
Inside, over 40 dealers display their wares. Plenty for Arita to get stuck into.
Got my hands full in here.
You do indeed. And you've also got £513 to spend.
Now, we have a collection of something here. There are quite a few pipes in this cabinet, but the 2 that have caught my eye are these 2. They are by a company called Peterson, which is a company that started in 1860s, if I'm not wrong, in Dublin. And they're rather stylish. And the nice thing is that they have silver collars with Irish hallmarks. I mean, look at the style of that. £22. What about the other one? Also 22. Not a lot of money for a good quality thing. Now I wonder whether smoke is clouding my judgment here. I hope not.
Could be smoke and mirrors. Let's head to the front desk.
Oh, Graham, I've walked 1,000 miles in this shop.
But have you found anything? Couple of pipes?
Couple of
Very nice.
Irish pipes.
Irish pipes?
Yep, priced at £22 each.
Right, OK.
Glorious, isn't it?
Very, very nice. And I dare say you're wanting some sort of deal.
Well, I wasn't asking. Are you offering?
I would be happy to give you a very small discount. If I round that down to £40, how does that sound?
Well, that sounds like my hand going in my pocket.
Saves you a little bit of money as well. OK.
There's £40 for you.
Thank you very
so
much.
much, Graham.
Thank
I'll
you.
be back next time with my walking boots on.
I hope so.
There's a lot of walking to do here.
Lovely
Thank
to see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Graham. That leaves Irita with £473. Let's go pick up Mr. Hill. Call it a day.
Oh, last leg. Can you believe we have one more day of shopping left?
And
That's
my
it.
pressure is on.
No pressure. Just enjoy it. Just
I always
have
do
fun.
enjoy it, though. I mean, we've had laughter. We've had a great time.
It's been an amazing trip.
It really, really has.
And I'm going to be really sad when it ends.
Me too. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. Nighty-night. Bonjour! It's our last day of shopping.
All good things got to come to an end.
I know. I've really enjoyed it. I've loved it.
What's that funny voice?
It's my emotional voice. I'm upset that the road trip
Oh, is that what you
begins.
sound like?
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes up and down. I'm struggling to maintain my tone.
Pull it together, Mark, or you'll set me off too.
One thing I have been very, very surprised about
Easy.
is your competitiveness.
Well, come on, you're pretty competitive too. Don't you say that you didn't want to win from the start.
Well, don't tell anyone else, will you?
I think they can guess, dear, don't worry.
Don't give my secrets away.
Read you like a book.
Speaking of books, let's look at our accounts. Yesterday, Irita picked up a black glass urn, a pair of pipes, and a doll's hat and suitcase.
This is so sweet.
Leaving herself £473 to spend today. Meanwhile, Mark purchased a mid-century modern LED picture and a vintage stereoscopic viewer,
Wow.
which leaves him with £309.
It's been an amazing trip, hasn't it?
It's been so much fun. So much fun. I've loved it, and I've really loved our time together. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're talking to me, aren't you?
Hey, can you make any animal noises?
God. And I'm greedy to win. There you go.
Oh, we're as happy as pigs in muck this morning. Our first port of call today is Turling. Mark's dropped Irita off and has made his way to the Old Dairy Antiques. This place is a former working dairy farm, and it specialises in mid-century and vintage collectibles. Right up Mark's alley.
Every auction's a gamble. Now, would I be better putting my money into this machine. Well, I sincerely hope it's the auction. Oh dear.
Better luck next time. Anyway, carry on shopping. Mark has fairly deep pockets with £309 to spend, remember. Seen anything yet, old bean?
A cup of tea and a biscuit. And if you were an Edwardian, this is a sort of thing you might have bought your biscuits in for your cup of tea. So it's made out of tin, and it is simply a biscuit tin. And if I look carefully around it, I should find there it is, the name Huntley and Palmer's. And Huntley and Palmer's were not only celebrated for their fantastically delicious biscuits, but also for their very inventive and sort of characterful tins that they were sold in. It's £22 on this one. OK condition. Nice looking thing. It is a definite maybe. But on I go.
We'll earmark that for later. Moving on.
Cross-market appeal. I always look for items with cross-market appeal, and by that term, what I mean is that an item might appeal to two different groups of collectors or two different people who like something. And what I'm looking at here is a shoe-shaped pincushion. And my cross-market appeal here are collectors of sewing memorabilia and sewing tools, and also collectors of shoes. People will collect shoes, and they collect shoe-shaped things as well. So this one appears to be made from oak, and I absolutely love the sort of horizontal graining as it runs through here. And what I really like about this is it's a brogue boot, a little bit like the ones I'm wearing today. It looks like the little velvet pincushion is intact. There's a tiny little bit of damage around the edge of the rim there, but it's a shiny, jolly little thing and will appeal to two groups of collectors. And for me, that's great because I need more than one bidder. I need more than two bidders in order to push the price up at auction. So hopefully I can catch the eye of collectors within each of those groups and move it up from the £35 price level. It's a nice thing, that.
Sounds like a shoe-in. Are we done or still browsing?
There's a huge fashion at the moment for sort of pieces related to fairgrounds and circuses, especially if they're sort of nice and bright and colourful or really unusual and eye-catching and sort of maybe tie in with someone's love, you know, fairground horses if you're a horse rider, that sort of thing. This really catches my eye. It might not be colourful, but I think it's pretty cool, and it really ties in with that whole fairground and circus theme. It's got a good look. It's got a sort of 1980s, 1970s look to it in a way. And it feels like it's made out of some form of cast metal. Oh my heavens, it's heavy. It's by Wicksteed, it says here, Wicksteed Leisure. And Wicksteed, if I remember rightly, make quite a lot of children's playground and related pieces. It's £125. It is a bit battered. It was obviously a favourite in the playground. But it's a definite maybe because I think these things really work. They're decorative and they're cool.
I agree. Time for a deal, methinks.
Shaney, it's fabulous. I love it. I mean, I want to take it all home, and I know I can't, but I hope to take a couple of pieces home.
Excellent.
So, I have seen a black bike, playground type ridey thing.
OK.
And there's a little wooden shoe as well. So I think it's 125 and 35. So we're looking at what, 160?
Yep.
There's also the books, the tin, the little biscuit tin, which had 22 on it.
Right, OK. I could do that for 125 for the three.
Could you do 120?
Yeah,
Maybe.
go on then. Yep, that's no problem.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. 120 for the three.
Mark's paid £30 for the biscuit tin and shoe pin cushion grouped into one lot and £90 on the motorbicycle.
Thank you.
I shall ride my way to success, I
Excellent.
hope. Thank you very much.
He's left with £189 to go on with.
Sunny day, happy day. Put the book in first and I put that down there.
Several miles away, Irita has arrived in Hadley, home to a historic farm run by the Salvation Army. brass bands immediately spring to mind when thinking about the Salvation Army. However, there's another instrument in their musical arsenal with a proud history: the humble tambourine. Arita's meeting Zina Osterberg to learn more.
Morning, Zina.
Good morning, Arita, and welcome to the Hadley Farm Estate. Come and have a look.
The Salvation Army was formed in 1865 by William Booth with the intention to help the impoverished in London's slums. Today, this Christian movement has grown to become one of the largest distributors of humanitarian aid in the world, and for over 120 years, Hadley Farm itself has played a key role.
What is Salvation Army's connection to this place?
In 1891, William Booth bought the land as part of his vision of darkest England and the way out. He was very radical for his time and a real good social justice activist, and this whole farm was part of his dream. So there was farming, training in farming, training in brick making and all kinds of things for helping people live their best life and life in all its fullness.
Why was music important to Salvation Army?
Well, it was part of our worship, but also part of something we could take out onto the streets and attract attention. So very often the bands would be playing in the open air and singing in the open air. So just an important part of our worship.
And that hasn't changed, has it? It's still very much part of it.
Absolutely, yes. We still like to sing, and we have our brass bands that very often people recognise at Christmas and play our tambourines.
Music has long been at the core of the Salvation Army's mission. Its famous brass bands first began in 1878 with Charles Fry and his 3 sons, who used their instruments to accompany preachers and drown out heckling. Tambourines came into use in the 19th century when the army formed groups of young players called timbrel brigades.
How is tambourine used these days in Salvation Army?
Sometimes it's used in worship, sometimes Corps have a tambourine brigade where they play together with an army band, which attracts attention outside. But here at Hadley Park, we use it as an exercise group for anybody that wants to join in.
What is the significance of them? Why were they used?
Well, historically, they're used a lot in the Bible, in the Psalms, and any place where there's joy involved, people get their tambourines out. You don't very often read things in the Bible where people are having tragic times and they get out their tambourines. It's usually a joyful instrument. So the Salvation Army have used them since about 1860, when it was a very popular thing, and it was very much used outside when people were outside meetings to attract attention.
You mentioned exercise. How do you exercise with the tambourine?
Well, we use music that people know, and then we practice it as a routine. It's good exercise for your mind and your body. It's a good opportunity to meet friends, but also it's open to anyone of all face and no face. It's totally inclusive for anybody that wants to join in. So do you want to have a go?
Yeah. I've never done anything like it, but...
Well, let's go.
Yeah. There have been many Salvation Army music and performance groups over the years, and whilst the brass band will generally take centre stage, the tambourine also plays an important role in spreading the Army's message.
And up, and back, to the left, and to the right, to the bottom, to the top. Up. And again.
Out on the road, Mark, in the Herald, is heading to his next shop.
I have loved my road trip with my friend Irita. We've poked fun, we've taken the mickey, we've had a laugh, and we've bought some great things. I'm really going to miss it. It's been fantastic. Herald, you've been a star, bless you. Final shop coming up. This is my last chance saloon to find that bargain that's going to win me the road trip. We shall see.
We'll find out when we get to Battlesbridge, where Mark will find his final retail opportunity at the Old Granary Antiques.
I have got here first. Here we go.
Inside, there are 3 floors of goodies to explore. And with £189 still to spend, Mark can have his pick. Ooh, that looks nice.
Call me a sentimental fool, or maybe just call me a fool. I know they say that brown furniture, traditional mahogany, walnut, whatever it is furniture, is out of fashion. But just look at this. This is exactly the sort of thing that, I don't know, 25 years ago when I started in the business, I just loved, and I couldn't afford it. This would have been a couple of £100, £200, £300, £400 or so. What we're looking at is an early 19th century mahogany fire screen. So you have a little handle here, you turn it and you adjust it, and it sort of blocks the fire's heat and light. And on the front of the panel here, you've got this fantastic tapestry which dates from roughly the same period. It's nearly 2 centuries old, and it's £57. £57. I just think that's sensational value. It's a really beautiful piece of Victorian furniture for a bargain price. What happens at the auction, who only knows? But you know what? Brown furniture, an absolute bargain. It's coming with me.
Time to talk with the dealer.
Vicky.
Hiya.
Hello. I love this.
It is. It's very pretty.
It's very pretty, and it's all original, nearly 2 centuries old. It's got 57 on it.
Okay.
Is there any little wave a little teeny
57, could do 50.
50?
Yeah.
We have a deal.
Okay.
Thank you very
Brilliant.
much indeed.
No
That's
problem.
fantastic. Let me give you some cash.
Okay.
Put my hat on my head. Why not? That's where they live.
That's Mark all shopped up, with £139 to spare.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And while Mark has that packaged, our Rita's finally turned up. She still has a whopping £473 to spend. And with all his shopping done, it looks like Mark is taking a breather.
Oh, nailed it.
Rude.
That's for slacking.
Rude.
How's your day been?
Great. I'm all shopped up.
Oh, have you now?
Well, I hope your shopping is as good as your aim, is all I'm saying.
Well, you wouldn't want my shopping to be as good as my aim, darling.
I know.
Because
but,
then I would be buying bargains.
Well, yes, I suppose you're right. Anything you've spotted that I need to be worried about?
I think you have been around here like 10 times already. Have you bought all the bargains? Is that why I can't find any?
Every single last one.
That doesn't work on me. You just keep resting. I'll go and do some hard work.
Have fun.
Bye.
No rest for the wicked, eh, Irita? Anything catching your eye?
Now, the blue and white here, classic Chinese decoration. I have no idea what it says, but I quite like these. I actually think these got a bit of age. Probably made for tourist market in early 1900s. And they're lovely decorated, all hand-painted by the looks of it, because nothing repeats itself. And the condition's nice. Am I prepared to take a gamble on the last leg in the last shop? Now, these are priced at £65. What do you think? Shall I do it?
Do it.
Shall I do it?
Yeah, go on.
I won't listen to my own advice and I will do it.
Yeah, to the till we go.
Oh, there you are, Vicky.
Hi.
I've been all over this place. I'm picking a pair of bowls.
Okay.
£65. Have they got any manoeuvre?
55.
Is that as good as it gets?
It is, I'm afraid, yeah.
OK, that's fine. Let's pay you £55 and get out of your hair. Right, here you go. That's £55 right
Brilliant,
there.
thank you.
I think I'm going to need good luck with these in auction.
Good
Well,
luck.
thank you very much.
Thank you. See
And
you
that's
next time.
our Rita, all done too. Time to get to the motor and hit the road.
I think we've got to know each other an awful lot better.
We have. I feel like you're a bit of an older brother to me.
And you feel like, yeah, exactly, a sister.
Yeah, I get those vibes from you. You know, I could call you up in the middle of the night and go, oh, Mark, I need a lift.
I wouldn't answer.
Rita Marriott, blocked.
You think I'm joking?
That's what they call brotherly love. Time for shut-eye. It all comes down to this. One final visit to the sale room. Rita and Mark kicked off in Stowmarket and have made their way south to Sevenoaks to watch their lots go under the gavel here at Ibit Moseley Auctions.
Oh, there it is.
Final auction, oh my,
How
oh
are you
me,
feeling?
oh my. Nervy Nelly, that's me today.
Inside, bidders await, but the auction is also open to online and commission bids worldwide. With Alan Crow White leading proceedings today.
120 I'll take.
Mark spent a grand total of £280 on 5 lots. What's your hot tip today, Alan?
Novelty biscuit tins always get interest like that. They're a good collecting field at the moment. Pincushion in particular is nice quality, and we've already had 1 or 2 view the sale who've had a look at that as well.
Meanwhile, Irita spent £150 on her 4 lots. Alan?
I think the little Chinese bowls will do particularly well, so looking forward to seeing what sort of interest we can get in those.
Time to take your seats. The auction is about to begin. Righty-ho, here we go. Mark's lead plaque.
And start me at £20 anywhere for it. 20 I have on the internet, 22 anywhere at £20. Who anywhere else? At £20, all done at £20, all done. £20.
Oh, that one hurt. Poor Mark. Not a great start.
£50 loss, yes. What a way to kick off.
Hopefully, Irita has better luck with her black glass urn.
£20 anywhere.
Oh my God.
15 I have then in the room. 18 anywhere else at 15.
You tight person.
Internet's not coming in. Yes, it is at £18. 20 now. At £18 then.
Unlucky. There's still time to make it back.
It's so underappreciated, isn't it?
Totally.
It really is.
Hopefully, the bidders appreciate Mark's stereoscopic viewer.
20 to start me.
Oh, no, not the 20.
20 I have here.
Ooh,
22
potato.
anywhere.
That's a promising sign.
20
But I just need another
22
bidder.
somewhere. At £20. All done then at £20. All done.
Oh, my God, Mark, this is a £20 day.
Another loss, but it's still early days.
It's also the day of massive losses.
Maybe Irita's bowls will serve up a profit.
And I have interest on commission at £30. I see 38 anywhere.
Halfway there.
35, looking for 38. 35 anywhere. 35 we have in the
on the
room.
go.
What's going on?
At £35, 38 there, 40,
Oh, it's
42, 45, 48 now.
45.
45 there, 48 anywhere else. At £45, all done
Oh
at
my.
45.
Only a £10 loss, pretty good on a day like this. Can Mark's fairground bike rev up some profits?
£50 for it somewhere? £50 on the internet, 55
We've got an
anywhere.
auction.
You're right.
50 I have, looking for 55 at £50.
Come on, I'm at
55
standstill.
somewhere,
I'm
surely.
in traffic jam here.
It's running out of petrol.
At £50 then, all done at £50.
Crumbs. Mark had high hopes for that one.
Backfired completely. Oh well.
Will Irita's hopes go up in smoke? Her pipes next.
You start me at £20 anywhere for those?
If you wanted to buy one like this, that was
Must be worth a
new.
tenner each, surely, yes, £20. £20 I have, 22 anywhere. It's on the internet at £20.
To buy
22
these new,
somewhere
because you
else.
can still buy them. They're
22 in the room.
£150 each.
Someone's getting an amazing
25
bargain.
now,
Oh, it's
25 on
nearly
the
it.
internet. No,
It's getting
28
there.
is going.
Slowly, admittedly.
28 in the room now.
28.
Oh, there's a
30 on the
Look.
internet.
Hey, you've got an auction.
The room is out. It's on the internet. £30. 32 anywhere else?
He's trying. This is
£30 then, all done.
Do you want a pipe?
I'm holding my bidding gun down.
Could be worse, but it could certainly be better.
It's only £10 loss, but, you know, who's counting?
Let's see if Mark's wooden shoe pincushion and biscuit tin are anyone's cup of tea.
And I have interest on commission at £20.
I was thinking.
22 anywhere. 22.
Oh,
25 on commission. 28 now with the internet. Commission bidders out. See 30 anywhere.
Will we see our first profit?
30 there. 32 now. At £30 in the room. 32 anywhere else. 32 on the internet.
£2 profit.
35 now. At £32. It's with the internet at £32. 32.
A profit is still a profit.
I've never been so excited about £2, honestly.
If we lived in a Georgian period, that would be a huge amount of money.
Rita's final lot now. It's a doll's hat and suitcase.
And Starmy at £12 anywhere on commission, I have.
That's where the magic is.
On commission. We have 15 on the
Doll
internet.
collectors.
At £15. It's with the internet at £15. All done. 15.
Another loss, unfortunately. Poor Irita's had no joy today.
Your plane came back boom, 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 boom to land.
Well, we didn't travel far, did we?
Nope.
And Mark's fire screen will be the final lot of this road trip.
Starmy at £20 anywhere for it. We've got internet at £20. 22 anywhere.
A bid online.
Come on, someone.
At £20.
Please.
Done at 20. Done. £20.
And that's all, folks. A disappointing day for both our experts.
Hey, but come on, all good things come to an end, and it was a really good thing. We've had a great road trip.
It has been an amazing trip.
But we still need to crown our champion. Mark started out with £200 and after 5 auctions he finishes the trip with £256. However, after setting off with the same amount, Irita ends the trip with a terrific £506.98p, making her top dog, with all those profits going to children in need. Well done indeed.
You know what? I'm going to come back.
Oh, are we going to have a rematch at this?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm up for it if you are.
So am I.
Too right.
I'll be FaceTiming you. Oh, Mark, I'll miss you.
Parting is such sweet sorrow. But we've had some fun along the way, haven't we?
Oh, you had a little sort of Marilyn Monroe moment there.
Found some cracking things.
I spy antiques.
And most importantly, made some memories.
So 60 we have, 60.
Au revoir, mes amis. Until next time. Next week, our new road tripper takes to the road. New boy Ishi boxes clever.
I'm ready for the fight.
Izzy hits the big time.
Hot stuff.
But who will be the champion?
I think we've just been a bit too relaxed.
Game is on.
Yay!